Insurance Broker Limited in Port Harcourt, here in Rivers State. Mr. Haham holds a diploma in accounting from a British College, Great Britain, certificate in administration and master's degree in management from University of Science and Technology in Port Harcourt. He's an associate of Chartered Institute of Administration. He has attended several courses, seminars, and workshops. He's happily married with children. Please join me to welcome Mr. Haham for this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tolu, for the brief introduction of the speaker. Without much ado, we'll be going into the presentation proper, which he will be here to talk about health insurance and safety. Mr. Haham, can I share from my side, or you want to share from your side?
Share from your side.
Okay, sir. Just a minute. Okay, confirm it on the screen.
Yes, it's at my screen. I can see.
Okay, so I'll be going at your command when you tell me the next slide, so we work together.
Okay.
So this presentation is going to last for 40 minutes max. So let's try and see how we can work with the time. Thank you. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I have been officially introduced. I'm delighted to be here, and I want to thank everybody that made it possible that I use this platform to discuss with us. Thank you, because I know that insurance is one and the part of the security measures that we take to protect lives and property. And that is what I want to talk about. I work for Platinum Insurance Brokers, and as a broker, we have roles that we play. Can we go over to next slide? This is the brief profile of Platinum Insurance Brokers. Like I said, it was incorporated on March 3rd, 1998, with that RC number 52946, to transact all classes of insurance as a broking firm. We had a new vision. The capital base, as stipulated by NICOM, is 5 million, and the company missed it. We have also a professional indemnity. This particular policy is required by all consultants, all professionals, and all those who are in business. The purpose of this particular cover is in the event of any misconduct or mismanagement of your duties that will give rise to a claim, you fall back to the insurance company that provided it. So we are well positioned as a gateway to the insurance market. Our mission is to play a leading role in providing comprehensive quality insurance brokerage services which meet the changing needs of our clients, having in mind of the employment of high caliber technical and professional personnel with utilization of up-to-date technology. Next slide. We want to give brief information about what we do, our functions as an accredited insurance broker. that is to your organization, we perform the expert handling of all classes of insurance for your businesses in strict compliance with the Insurance Decree number 2 of 1997, arranging your insurance requirements both within and outside the country with stable and reputable companies in the most competitive and efficient manner, whilst also taking adequate note of underwriters' areas of competence and specialization, undertaking periodic and comprehensive risk surveys, ascertaining cover adequacy, and making recommendations for risk improvement. Next slide. Our duties and functions: maintaining an efficient claim processing procedure up to a logical conclusion and payment of such claim within a reasonable time frame. We embark on in-house training of your responsible officer in minor insurance covers and the claims documentation. We handle all your insurance claims administration without recourse to your company, except on crucial issues like documentation and information. All services will be rendered at no extra cost on your company, as our brokerage commission comes from the normal premium paid to underwriters. What I mean here is that we don't charge consultation fee. Brokers don't charge consultation fee to be appointed as a broker to handle or render all these services. Next slide. We will always want to let people know something about insurance. In this side of divide, we find it very difficult to take up insurance covers, but we want them to know that insurance is a risk transfer mechanism that provides cover against natural and accidental mishap likely to befall your assets, workers, and or projects under execution. Providing the desired services requires a professional, so consultant, who will work for you independently to protect your interests. Insurance policies are contractual in nature, and the insurers, who incidentally are the executors when the unexpected occurs, solely draft them. It will take those who knew the nitty-gritty of the operational clauses to handle the matter conscientiously. Hence, you need an insurance broker to represent you. What we are trying to make people understand here is that going into insurance contracts, you may not just dash into any insurance company unadvisedly and go and obtain cover. And when there is need for you to reap the benefits of the cover you are holding, you will be asked to bring this document. You will be written a letter, and those letters are technically framed, and the person may not know. And that is why we are talking about engaging into insurance contract through an insurance broker. It is important to mention here that claim is the end product of insurance. This is the truth that the insurance public fails to understand when engaging in insurance. Next slide. Briefly, I want to just say the reasons why you need a broker. The insured may not have technical knowledge. I have said that one about insurance, and you need somebody to help you. When claim occurs, things that the insurer will not assist you to get, the broker will do as an independent practitioner who works for the insured. A broker is always out to protect the interests of the insured without fear or favor. As one working for the insured, since he knows that the progress of the insured guarantees his existence. The fourth one is most operative clauses of the insurance policy may not be favorable to the insured. A broker who knows the implication at the time of claim will negotiate and prevail on the insurer to delete such clauses or amend them to suit the insured's purpose. Next slide. It is impossible to enumerate all the benefits of using a broker in transacting insurance business. Just give us a try. Next slide. These are some of the insurance policies that may be needed by organizations and individuals. And we are trying to give just some of them because they are vast, but in the process of discussion and maybe when the chiefs are done, we'll be able to know we have fire and special perils, consequential loss, burglary and housebreaking, money insurance, motor, group livestock pension, public liability, product liability, fidelity guarantee, workmen's compensation, marine cargo, marine hull, plant all risk, contractors all risk, health insurance scheme. Next slide. We try to briefly give us the covers or the benefits or what each policy covers just in a jiffy. This policy provides cover against damage or destruction to your building and or assets of every description itemized in the schedule of the policy, occasioned by direct fire, storm, tempest, flood and tornado, explosion, aircraft, lightning, bushfire, malicious damage, earthquake or volcanic eruption, overflowing of water tanks, apparatus or pipes, riot, strikes, lockout workers, impact by any road, vehicle or animal. In the event of damage or destruction as a result of any of the above, the insurer will make good the damage or replace the property. You are required to furnish us with the total cost value of all insurable items under this cover to enable us determine the premium payable. What we are trying to say here is that sometimes when we talk about fire and the special perils insurance, so many people argue and say, no, I have never suffered fire. There will be no fire. Where I live is highbrow. There will be no way insurance, fire can come up there. But what insurance, fire policy insurance provides is more than direct fire, like we rightly define it. We have seen some buildings being derived by wind or tempest or something from somewhere, or the neighbor's compound that has trees and all that, any form of damage, or another person, vehicle, or even animal may be going across and damage any of your property, your fence, or the fence of your building or anything. Instead of parting away with that money, insurance will come and make good that damage. That is what this cover is providing for. Next slide. Consequential loss. Fire damage results in stoppage of business activities in most cases. While this lasted, there are some bills that will continue to run, whether business activities are continuing or not, such as staff salaries, telephone and electricity bills, rent and rates, and etc. This policy, if in place, will take care of the aforementioned bills throughout the period of business closure and the reconstruction. The items of cover and the amount to be insured are to be provided by you, and the premium determination is based on that. What we are saying here is that a factory, a company, or any place that is affected by fire policy will eventually stop part or the whole businesses. And during this period, you may maintain skeletal staff or all the staff because you don't want to close down. There are some bills that may be running, which you will pay. This policy will come to cushion the effect, apart from the fire damage loss, then all other bills that will come up that cannot be stopped will eventually be taken care of by this policy. Next slide. Burglary and housebreaking. This policy provides cover against robbery occasioned by forcible entry and actual removal of items covered by the within policy. The insurers will replace the items and or pay the equivalent cost value. They will also repair or replace damaged doors, drawers, or walls of the premises damaged or destroyed during the robbery operation. The total value of the insurable items will constitute the sum insured, and premium computation is based on that. When robbery occurs, not all robberies come without damage. They will come, break destroy, and cut away with whatever valuable that you have. This policy provides for it because it is provided that any damage that followed the robbery, this policy will also make good that damage. Next. Money insurance. The movement of cash from your office to the bank and vice versa is covered by this policy. Also, cash is safe in the safe after working hours, and the cash out of safe and or in personal custody during working hours are also covered by this policy. Premium determination is dependent on estimated annual carriage, which is mostly determined by limit in one carriage. Movement of cash, I know that this particular case is reduced by this cashless policy, but there are still occasions that people have to move cash from one point to other for one reason or another. Next slide. Motor insurance. There are three major types of cover afforded by this policy, namely comprehensive, third-party fire and theft, and third-party only. The first one is motor comprehensive. As name implies, provides all risk cover for the vehicle, the occupants, and the other third parties who may suffer loss or damage or even death as a result of negligent act of the insured or that of his employee. Premium computation on this cover is based on the value of vehicle insured. This particular policy is comprehensive. It covers the damage to the vehicle, whether by fire, by damage, accidental damage, or theft. And also it provides third-party cover. Third-party cover, like we are going to see it in the other side, is the damage that will be caused to another person at your own negligence. You are responsible for the occurrence of that incident. This particular policy covers it. The second one is third-party fire and theft. And this provides cover against loss by theft, accidental theft, by fire damage, and also provides cover for third parties, property that may be damaged or bodily injury due to negligent act of the driver. The premium payable in this one is 50% of the third party. Third party only provides legal liability to others and not the insured vehicle or property. Property damage and bodily injury caused by the negligent act of the driver is covered. This particular policy does not cover your own vehicle if you purchase third-party insurance. What you are saying is that I have an obligation to make right another person's vehicle, another person's property that I may damage in the course of my operation. And for this reason, if it occurs, then my insurance company will come to my place to help me. Please, there is a mistake. The flat premium now is 15,000 and not 5,000. It's a typographical error. 15,000. And the legal liability for paying 15,000 is 3 million. What that means is that if there is any damage that occurs at any given time that will give rise to a claim, insurance company will come to your aid with that third-party cover of 15,000 you will pay to the tune of 3 million naira. That is what this particular cover provides. Next slide. Group life insurance and the pension. This is one of the compulsory insurance policies that the 2004 Pension Reform Act, Section 93 stipulates that every employer of labor with the minimum number of 3 employees is expected to maintain life insurance policy in favor of the employees for a minimum of 3 times annual total emolument of the employee. The composition of total emolument are basic salaries, housing, transport, utility, and all forms of allowances that are payable to the insured, to the staff. This scheme is usually arranged on its own or in addition to the pension scheme to provide lump sum benefit for the dependents of an employee who dies while in the service of the employer. This contract is renewable annually. Like every other policy, this one is also renewable annual policy. It provides provisions, it makes allowance for an employee who may eventually die in active service while serving the company or the establishment. It does not provide for him, it provides for the dependents who he or she may leave untimely, so that this policy will provide compensation to them, will indemnify them at the end of it all. Next slide. Public so general third-party liability. This policy grants indemnity in respect of your legal liability for accidental bodily injury or death to third parties other than your employees, or damage to third-party properties other than properties belonging to you or for which you are responsible, caused by your negligence or that of anyone whose acts you are responsible, or through defects in your buildings, machinery, and the ways of works. The premium is determined by the total annual turnover, and this policy is mainly for contractors and those who engage in activities that may encroach to the damaging of any other person's property or injury to other people. So this policy provides will indemnify them in the event of any cause or damage. Next slide. Health insurance. Health insurance pays for medical and surgical expenses that are incurred by the insured. Health insurance can either reimburse the insured for medical expenses incurred from illness or injury, or pay directly to the care provider. There are various categories with robust domestic plan with an international flair for quality healthcare delivery, and also offer access for medical treatment overseas. Upon enrollment, you will have the privilege of making a suitable choice for your organization or family. Any family can take up this policy, or an organization, no matter how small, no matter how big. We have been hearing about health insurance and all that, even the national insurance scheme that the government started. Well, I don't know how many people that have benefited from it, but this particular one provides immediate answer to our medical needs, that we don't need to start scratching everywhere when there is ill health in the family or in the organization. The only thing we need to do is to go to the exact primary provider to know what to do and get cured or get services as it may. Next slide will tell us how it operates. Next slide, please. How the scheme works. We have the enrollee at the top right, you see enrollee. What is the function or the duties of the enrollee? That is the person that is enrolling for health insurance. He is going to complete an application form for relevant data concerning the person or persons, chooses a primary provider. What this means is that immediately you fill the application form. In that application form, there will be roles of primary provider, that is the hospitals of first instance that you would choose to go, provided by the HMO. Then after you have chosen anyone, then you pay the predetermined premium according to the category that you want and you will use. Then collect an identity and the validity card. There is a card that will be given to the enrollee whenever he is going, he will go with that card. Access care through his chosen provider. Then he is the one that is going to choose the particular hospital that you want to go as ruled down by the HMO, that is Health Management Organization, that is providing the health insurance. They will give you medical facilities, hospitals, their addresses. You choose the one you want, dependent upon where you live and how convenient it will be accessible, it will be to you. The HMO is the person, like I say, Health Management Organization, that the providers of this cover, call it the insurance company, receives application form for processing. That application form, the enrollee completed, will be sent to them. Then they will issue enrollee identity and validity card also, which the person now will use, and that identifies that they are from this place. Pay fee for service bills. Responsible for the overall care of the enrollee. Offers are add-on services. For example, WellCare Talks. The added services they will do is that the insurance company, which is the HMO, will organize lectures, seminars to inform their enrollees on how they can maintain their health, what they should do, and what they should not do in the event of life matters. So then we now have the healthcare provider. The healthcare provider is the hospital that you will choose. Their functions are that they act as a gateway into the scheme, offers quality healthcare services to registered enrollees, offers referrals to secondary care centers, available to enrollees 247, 365 days of the year. So they are the ones that when the enrollee from the HMO gets to the chosen, that these people now will give the treatment. They are the people that you will recourse to when there is ill health, and they are going to give you quality services. They will also refer you to a secondary care center. Any ill ailment they cannot handle in that facility, they have the right to refer you to another one that will handle your matter conscientiously. Then they are available 247, 365 days in a year. Next slide. Fidelity guarantee. This policy covers fraud or theft by the specified number of staff covered in the policy whose duties involve handling of cash and or other cash-related instruments apart from the insured named staff. Any fraud by other staff not covered by the policy or snatching of money from the insured staff by unknown thief or thieves are not covered. This policy provides cover. Maybe it may not be rampant now when people are holding cash in the office or carrying cash from their business places to the bank and also withdraw. There are cashiers or accountants that is their responsibility. This particular policy provides indemnity in the event of any loss or fraudulent practice by the appointed or named staff. Those that are dealing with cash, that cash are domiciled with, their names will be given and the amount that they are having as exposure at any given time will be stipulated. Any other theft of cash not connected with those people appointed, according to this policy, is not covered. This policy covers those staff that have something to do with your cash, either while on the road, in the office, to the bank, and vice versa. The premium payable is dependent upon the amount of guarantee. Next slide. Employer's liability. This policy is designed to protect your legal liability to your workers who may sustain injury or death accidentally in the course of discharge of their legitimate duty. When injury occurs, the staff will cease to be productive while receiving treatment and salaries will be paid. The insurers will refund all salaries paid for the period of incapacity, medical expenses, and if there is any disability award, the company will pay. The premium computation is based on estimated total annual earnings of the insured employees. This policy is meant for protect your workers while they are going out on their daily basis to discharge their duties. Accident may occur, they will sustain injury, and that injury must be treated in the hospital. And the insurance company that provides this policy will care for that medical bill. And during that period, the staff may not be capable of working again. And you cannot lay off that staff, especially if it's a valuable staff, because of the accident and cause of his duty. You will be paying him or her salaries. This policy is saying that those salaries that are paid after a period of time will be refunded by the insurance company. And if there is any disability, maybe fracture or amputation that will occur, the insurance company will indemnify that staff. And it will be paid to the company who will now go to pay and settle that staff. That is what this policy is providing for. The next one. Marine cargo. This has to do with marine transport. Marine transport, that is importation of goods and other items, require a marine insurance cover to protect the goods while in transit by sea. The policy covers any form of damage or loss, short landing, and discrepancy. There are two types of covers. We call it clauses A and clauses C. Clauses A is just like the third party, motor comprehensive insurance. It covers any form of damage, whether it be total or partial. While clause C has only to do with a total loss of the consignment. There is also provision that can be added with the one we call warehouse to warehouse. What it means is that from the port of discharge to the warehouse of the company, it can be from One, like in Port Harcourt, and your warehouse is in Aba or Nature, Benin, or Enugu. There may be an extension of cover that will cover it on the road transport in the event of any accident or damage to those goods. The insurance company will also indemnify you. Next slide. Marine hull. This has to do with vessels, flying boats, barges, yachts, ship, houseboats, etc. They are covered under this policy against all risks: fire damage, theft, accidental damage, sinking, and all others. Vessels are supposed to be covered by insurance. In the event of any damage, or it may damage any other object in the sea, this policy provides cover for it. Next slide, please. Plant and machinery all risk. Your mobile and the immobile plants that cannot be classified as motor vehicle are covered under this policy. It provides cover against accidental or fire damages. The policy can be extended to include third-party liabilities. There are vehicles, there are machines, cranes, caterpillars, and all whatnot, and other machines that are installed in the factories. This policy provides cover for them. When there is any damage or mobile ones that will be moving from one site to another, in the course of movement may cause problem. They do not have motor cover, but this particular policy provides indemnity for them in case they have any damage, cause any damage to another third party. This policy will come into play and indemnify the third party that suffered loss, damage, or death. Next slide. Please go to next slide. This one was duplicated. Contractors stroke erection or risk. As the name implies, this policy covers any defect, error, or disappointment arising from the fault of the contractor on any contract works or building in course of erection. The losses associated with these errors or defects are recoverable under this policy. There are those that in the course of construction, whether it be building, road construction, or any other form of construction or erection, there may be defect and error that will occur as a result of the contractor's mistakes caused either by workers or whatever form. This policy will come into play because you will have to spend additional money out of your pocket to make right that error. And if there is any litigation by the person awarded the contract, you will now recourse to your insurance with this policy. Next one. This brief proposal is made to enable you have an overview of what you need to protect your investment. The policies are not tailor-made. We can liaise with the insurers to design products that will suit your purpose if you only let us know. All the ones that we have mentioned are not only the insurance covers that are available. In the course of your transactions, there are so many other covers that are not mentioned here. Because of our time, we may not go into them, but as we progress by the grace of God, when we come together and you let us know what you do, we'll be able to know other classes of insurance that will suit whatever you do, and we'll be able to give us. The only thing we need to do is just to contact us on our address below. You can reach us through our emails or our phone calls, and we'll be there to serve you. Next slide. This is my way of signing off to tell you thank you for listening. And again, my name is Aham Okagu. I speak on behalf of Platinum Insurance Brokers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Aham, for this wonderful presentation. It was really a lot of information giving. So I know one or two people might have some questions, contributions, or any other comments that is related to this presentation. So I'll be going through the charts now to look at people who have one or two questions to ask. So from the participant here, I have a hand up. Mr. Udu, please, you have the floor.
Okay, I want to, my name is Udo Ifio Kabasi, a former secretary of the chapter. I just want to thank Mr. Aham for an expert presentation. I just have one or two questions for him. The first one is, can we insure goods before bringing it into the country that we want to import the goods? Can we insure it before bringing it into the country? The second one would be, if you contribute to a life assurance, does it help reduce your tax? Can you use that document to reduce your tax if you are working with the company? And are you given a certain amount at the end of the year? You know, so that the three questions I have. And sorry, just a very last one. I have a colleague that actually sat with me. He's not a member of ASP. However, he listened carefully and he's got a question to ask. So if we can let him just ask that question, please.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Engineer Sunday Imonige, and I listened to the presentation and it was quite interesting. So I just want to ask a little question of concern regarding when you were saying you pay insurance to another person. That is, if you have you are doing a job and maybe somebody affects you, and that person will not be paid insurance. And the other one is that maybe you are sick, the person is sick and is being paid during the work period. He didn't work, but he was paid because of his ailment. And the insurance company will not pay back. I didn't quite get that one clear, whether you are paying to the company or are you paying the same salary to the person again? So that's just my question.
Thank you so much. Over to you, please.
Thank you very much. The first question is, can we insure goods before bringing into the country? The answer is yes. Every good that is imported into the country supposed to be covered by marine cargo insurance. Even when you go to open your letter of credit or make arrangements for the importation, one of the documents that will be required is marine cover insurance, marine insurance certificate. So the answer to that one is yes. Then the other one is tax relief, like we call it with group life. Yes, if you are completing your tax form, there is a place they ask whether you have group life insurance. Group life insurance is one of the items that gain tax relief from the taxpayer. So that is what it will, the answer is yes. Then whether we give any type of tax relief, it is the tax office, the Inland or Federal Inland Revenue, that will give the relief to you. It is itemized. They have it in their schedule, what group life you have. They may require you to give them a copy and the amount that you are covered with. And with that, they can give you the relief. The next question from our friend is talking about the indemnity to a third party. He is asking, how do we pay the indemnity when a damage occurs? If you listen, like you listen as we are talking, in most of the policies, we keep talking about third-party liability, third-party liability. What that means is that you are not only interested in your own well-being, you are interested in the well-being of other people that you may infringe on their rights, then by causing damage to their property or injury or even death to them. Any of those policies that has third-party inclination provides cover for such. So what they will do is to pay you for that damage, which will take out money. What insurance is all about is to replace whatever loss or damage, financial loss, that you will suffer as a result of any of the things that you are insured for engaging or happening. That is what it is. So when it happens and you report, the claim will be processed. They are going to pay to you. On the staff that had injury that is no longer working, they are not going to pay the staff again. Insurance will not pay the staff because as it were, they don't know the staff. It is you, the organization, that they know. That when it happens, you report to them that this person or that person was involved in an accident and is hospitalized, and these are the medical bills, and there is a medical report you will get that will state that this person is not capable of going to work to so period of time. After a particular period of grace and it exceeds that, then the insurance company will be refunding to the company, to your company, the amount you are paying out to that staff. They won't be paying that staff directly. They will be paying you as a form of refund, believing that you are paying that staff that is not working. But this policy has made provision for that type of cover. Thank you.
Okay.
I hope I have answered all these questions. Is there any other one I may omitted?
No, I think you have. You have answered all the questions expertly. And please, you leave your email and phone number so we can have it as well. And maybe the presentation as well. Thank you so much. Over to you, please.
It is already with them. Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you very much again for that. I'm just trying to find out if we have any other question from the participants. Okay, so looking at from the participant, no hands are raised. So it means we are all cleared and understood by this presentation. Thank you very much once more again, Mr. Aham, for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Yes. So we'll be going next to our agenda, which is going to be, it's going to be the presentation of certificates of recognition. And this will be done by the member of the educational group, which is not other by Dr. Cynthia Obiara, who will be giving and presenting this certificate of recognition to you. And Dr. Cynthia, you have the floor. So while you're doing that, I will try and share the certificates. Over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, sir, for that insightful and very impactful knowledge sharing on insurance, on health insurance and safety. On behalf of our Honorable Association, we happily present to you a certificate of presentation this day, the 21st of October, 2023. Sir, please, on our behalf, we ask you to please accept this certificate from us. The certificate is for certificate of recognition for Mr. Aham Akagu. Thank you, sir. On behalf of American Society of Safety Professionals, we present this honorable certificate of presentation to you. Thank you.
Thank you, my good pleasure. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for allowing me to make this impact to your organization. I pray that another opportunity will also come that we share our knowledge together. Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. And sir, please just make sure, just ensure that subsequent time again we might call you. Please don't be tired when we'll call you to come and give us another presentation. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So what we're going into now, without wasting much of time, because we are a bit far behind time, we'll just be sharing, talking about the announcements. The president was supposed to anchor this, but she had an emergency which she needed to attend to. So on her behalf, I will be sharing talking about the announcements. Probably before we end, maybe she might join in, but if not, she's with us in spirit because she actually accorded me to do the announcement on her behalf. So the announcement is not more, it's just to enlighten us and also create the awareness that the next knowledge sharing series, which will be coming up soon, and that will be pasted on the platform for us to keep ourselves abreast. And also, just like the announcement of has been always been talked about in the previous meetings will be held, where we are talking about the upcoming PDCs that will soon also start the registration process, and this school competition, which are of different grades. You have the primary, I think, and the secondary, and I think there are and tertiary also, yes. So these are just some few announcements I have from my ends here. So if there's any other subsequent announcement that needs to be passed, it will be duly passed through the WhatsApp platform for us to keep ourselves updated. Thank you very much. Going next to our agenda will be our closing remarks. So the closing remark, permit me to call on Mr. Festus Eroko, CSP, who can help us with also doing the closing remarks while we call it a day.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate. I really want to thank every one of us.
Oh, I'm sure his network is having issues. I'm back.
Okay, Mr. Festus, we can't hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
okay,
we can hear
yes.
you, Professor. We can hear you.
Oh, my president, you are back.
Yes,
can I give the floor back to you?
Go ahead. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Once again, I really want to thank every one of us on behalf of the president and the executive of American Society of Safety Professionals, Nigerian chapter. We really want to appreciate our speaker, Mr. Aham Okagu. This is a very wonderful opener to as many of us who might actually not understand what health insurance and safety is all about. For me personally, I must indeed say I've gained a whole lot in this presentation this morning. So on behalf of our president, once again, we want to say a very big thank you for honoring our invitation and for actually contributing to body of knowledge. We say thank you very much. And to every member who has participated, I want to believe is a good time. And I want to believe we have not lost anything, rather we have gained a whole lot this morning. And I would just want us to make sure going forward, we try as much as possible to put all these things into the right perspective. Once again, we want to thank you for your time, and we want to thank every one of us for our participation. On behalf of the president, Madam Fatima Zubair, and our executive, we say thank you for being part of this knowledge series. We are looking forward to you being part of it in further series that we will be engaging ourselves in. So thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead. God bless you. Over to you, Mr. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our president, I don't know if you have any other thing to add before we shut down for the day.
No, nothing to add. Mr. Festus has already given the closing remarks. So, no, I just want to thank everyone for taking our time to attend. Madam Cynthia, thanks for the presentation of certificate. Mr. Banky, thank you so much for the moderation and coordination too. God bless us all.
Okay. Thank you very much. On this note, I would like to officially close today's webinar, and I want to wish each and every one of us a wonderful and fruitful weekend. Thank you very much, and good morning once more.
Our picture. Are we not taking pictures?
Okay, please, can we all, I'm so sorry, sir. Please, can we all turn on our cameras? I can just take a picture quickly. It's our custom, actually. Okay, let's see if I can put my on. Okay, so at the count of 2, I'll be taking the picture. And just
Hold
hold
on,
on.
let me put it on my camera.
Okay, ma.
Ah,
Okay, we're still waiting for President.
sorry.
No problem, ma.
You know, I'm using a dual 2 monitors, so I need to. It's
Yes, yes.
on now. Can you see me?
Okay, yes, very well, ma. Can see you. Okay. So at the count of 2, we're taking the picture. 1, 2. Okay. And then one more. 1, 2. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
you.
Turn
Thank
off the
you,
camera.
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless. Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.